3, 2, 1, go.
They cut down the trees in Georgia, and they're frick. No, stop. Don't put that. No, that's not the. Okay. Well, they cut down the trees in Georgia, and they gone took her away. She was my frick. Damn it.
Perfect.
New single.
Yay! Another successful intro, I'd call that.
Oh, you were clapping. That's what was going on. Jesus.
I was
Gave
fapping,
me a heart attack.
clapping, and tapping,
Fapping
and knee
and
snapping.
clapping. That's
Fapping and clapping.
That country music gets me rock hard.
Oh, I tell you what, I've got a right fucking raging stonk on just at the mere mention of some country music.
I'm not sure what just happened out of your mouth, but it was extremely English. I want you to understand that.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, shut up, let me finish. Let me finish. God, okay. Record scratch here. Right. Raging stonk on, that is a boner, okay?
Gotcha.
There. Are you happy now?
I knew what it meant, I just wanted you to say it again.
You couldn't mentally connect the dots with that.
Yeah,
you
but I need to hear you say it again because it was crazy.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, my name is Simon, better known as Vacant. I'm currently nursing a raging stonk on at the mere mention of country music, but not just that, also the source material and topic that we'll be covering today, because it's that time of year again, everybody.
The country music preview of 2018.
Close. It's a preview, but it ain't about country music.
Oh.
It is the winter season preview, and I've jumped right into the topic before I've even introduced the other people. How rude of me.
Who cares? It's the 2018 winter preview, technically, which sounds strange to say.
Hi next year.
Hello
Very
next
strange
year.
to say.
How is it doing over there? Are you doing better?
Well,
I hope you're doing better.
It's not doing as bad as 2016. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, joining us, of course, is the country music lover himself. It is Manimal. He's here.
You're gonna call me that? Hi.
He has a frobber.
I got
That's
a
what he's
little
got.
piece of my pie if you want some.
He's got a frobber. I'm just going to give you all English nicknames for bonus now.
Right on.
So he's there, and also rounding out this trio of tryhards is Coryn. He is nursing a stiffy to go the childish route.
That's a classic one, yeah.
I think that's pretty universal. Hi,
Wait,
I'm
whoa,
Coryn.
stiffy?
No,
Stiffy
is a well-known term.
Stiffy's pretty
okay.
universal, yeah. At least
What
in the
about
English
lob-on?
language. A
Lob
what?
on? A
Nope.
lob on. I'm in a
Nope.
lob on. Okay. What about a chubby? You got a chub on.
Chub,
Yeah,
yeah,
chubby.
like chub, yeah,
You got a
chub.
chubby.
Like a half
There's
chub.
like starting to chub is a phrase.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's an H3 phrase, isn't it?
We'll go on lob. We'll lob on. He's got a lob on. It doesn't matter. This is a whole pointless thing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
But yeah, that's us. Vacant, Manimal, and Coryn. Today we'll be tackling the winter season preview. It only happens 4 times a year that we do season previews, and long-time listeners will know that we do things slightly differently. This won't be a typical episode of the Happy Hour. For new listeners, hello.
Please don't be scared away by this initial discussion. It happens all the time.
Yeah, if you are looking for an informative and concise anime show, this is the wrong one. Switch this shit off and forget our names and we ever existed, because that isn't what you're getting here.
Or try something new.
If you want to try something new and exciting and exotic and you want some of these whispers in your ear. No, we'll be talking about the season in a sec.
From the rainforests.
We have opinions and they're all wrong.
Exactly. We're not the elite. In fact, we are tier 3 anime podcasters.
Oh,
shit.
Tier 3, not even a tier 2. And we do recognize this is, for a lot of you, this is the first and maybe only time you're tuning into our show. So welcome. We love you.
I don't love you if you don't love me.
Yeah, I'm very needy in that way, emotionally and physically. So you're going to need to send some part of you over to me. But before we go into the season, We'll do a very quick abridged version. Guys, did anything exciting happen in your week? Manimal, I need to know just before we kick off onto the main.
It might have only been the most substantial week of the entire year.
Hey, what?
It's a bad week to abridge for Manimal.
The Polish restaurant made me drop out of school.
Okay.
I
know I said abridged.
I went there when I was in deep thought. I had a great meal. And then my decision was final.
Okay, so it was the place of great reflection and philosophical thought before you made the decision. That's fair enough. I respect that.
I mean, it's probably a good call considering you just like missed a month and a half of school.
Oh yeah, no, and there were refunds. So it was, I was like, yeah, I don't even really like this course so much. So bam, that was the end of that. And
good.
It's
weird. Bigger and better things.
It's weird because it's the weekend we're recording this, so it's like I'm like, okay, in my head I'm like, all right, wait, I dropped out already. What? It's a weird thing.
Yeah, you did.
It's like, wait, what? I keep thinking when I think ahead, I'm like, okay, and then that's gonna wait. No, it's not gonna happen now.
You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, dude. You've taken the leap. Because the problem is, too many people. Is it called the sunken investment fallacy or something? Where
I don't know.
Spend so much time or money or effort into something.
Basically, when you feel you've gone too far and you can't stop, even though it's going to make it worse in the end.
That's exactly the situation. And
like watching The Walking Dead.
Sunk cost fallacy is what we call it.
Sunk cost. That's what it was. There we go.
Yeah, that was exactly it. Pretty much. I was like, you know what? There's no need to be here. So I was just like, yep, bye.
Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. There you go.
Yes.
It's like me with Attack on Titan. Oh, it's getting ugly, but I'm in there now. I'm almost 100 chapters in, so we've got to keep going.
So that's crazy, but oh god, my voice is cracking. Yes, so we'll see what happens. Also, this episode comes out on the 100th birthday of the second best country in the world, Finland. Provided that Vacant releases it on Wednesday.
Listen, it will come out on Wednesday. Maybe, I don't know.
100th anniversary, bam.
I'll try. I'm going to have to now because you've said that, and I don't want you to look like a fool.
Maybe you can put my song Huva Yorua at the end.
Maybe you should. Yeah, we will. I was going to say maybe you should have opened the show with some kind of Finnish tribute, not a random country song. 5 minutes before we went on air.
We're going down to karaoke, sitting in sauna there. That's my.
Okay. Anything else, or should I ask Coryn how his glorious week was?
There's other stuff that happened, but I don't know. It's pretty insignificant, so let's carry on.
Okay. Coryn, my dear old friend, my oldest friend. How
I feel honored.
How was your week?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was volunteered mostly to help a friend move yesterday. So that was great. Got to spend about 6 hours doing that. And then last night I drank a prodigious amount of light beer because I went to a bar with a friend and we just kept getting pitcher after pitcher. So yeah, I drank a lot of pitchers of beer and I didn't realize I could drink that much beer and still be sober, probably because I've been drinking like nothing but whiskey recently.
I was going to say, it's kind of a downgrade from at least the full bottle of whiskey that you consumed last week.
So yeah, I mean, we had a little bit of food, but we ranked up $110 a bar tab.
Between two of you?
Technically 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
But someone wasn't helping as much as the other 2.
Someone wasn't putting quite the shift in.
No, she's a much smaller person, so it worked out fine in the end. And then today I got my Christmas stuff coming out. I got my tree stood up. It's not all decorated because I realized I don't have enough lights for the thing.
Oh.
And I scored a Bing Crosby vinyl. That was real fun. Listen to that. Love some Bing Crosby. I was real pissed because there was another one I found that was like much better song selection. But when I pulled it out, it wasn't the right vinyl in there.
Classic.
And I searched through all the other boxes for the slip that should have had the one theoretically if they just got swapped one for one. And I couldn't find it, so I found a different Bing Crosby album, and I took it. Still very good, so I'm not disappointed.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I put my Christmas decorations up, and I got an advent calendar. They're not good. Chocolate's not good in there, but it's just a novelty, really.
Yeah.
The problem is if you don't get branded chocolate, like over here, if you get a Cadbury's, if you get a Malteser, if you get a Mars, you're fine. If you go and get your more serialized things, so like your Transformers calendar.
Oh no, I didn't get something like that. I just got like, it's freaking, I don't even know what brand it is. It's just like some kitty picture of the North Pole.
Chocolate,
it was
brand
$1.
chocolate.
Yeah, so it's it's the cheap shit. Yeah, no, they're not
there's
nice.
like the Star Wars one, but I'm like, that's not Christmas. Why would I buy that?
There's one brand that makes all those kind of things, so like Hello Kitty chocolate and all that kind of stuff. I think it's called Kinnerton or something, and it is not good. They make all them shitty Easter eggs and stuff that come in the mugs.
I mean, they already have the tie-in. They have the product placement, so kids would be like, Star Wars.
That's why kids get it. Yeah.
It's little kids. They don't know any better if it's good chocolate or bad chocolate. It's
guaranteed.
Fine.
Yeah, because it's got the character on, but we know better.
Ultimately, how bad can chocolate really become, and still be chocolate?
I mean, you guys are over in America, and your chocolate tastes primarily like shit. So I guess you guys don't notice the difference.
I don't know. I don't eat chocolate anyways. I have no idea.
It's not as good, American chocolate. I'm just gonna say that right now. I feel like English chocolate's better.
Of course you would.
It tastes different.
It's not as nice. Different. Your Papa John's tastes different. Doesn't mean it's better.
Oh, our Papa John's is the shit.
You have never had American Papa John's. You don't know the difference.
I've had American Domino's and it was shit.
Of course it is. You ate Domino's, you motherfucker.
Yeah, Domino's. I was going to say, to be fair, Domino's is pretty. It's okay here, but it's. Dude, that's it. It ain't good.
They're running a 50% off deal right now. Just straight up 50% off.
Please buy our stuff.
Please buy our cardboard pizza.
I mean, to be fair, that when I did have the Domino's, it was after a long night out, and it was quite cardboardy, but I was grateful of it because I was dying.
That's when you eat Domino's.
Domino's, there for when you're dying.
Yep.
That's a good slogan.
That's a good catchphrase.
It's not bad. But yeah, that's my week. Nothing too eventful. How about yourself?
For me, buried a load of time in Call of Duty World War II. Tried to catch up with some of my anime and the shows that I've been watching. We won't be discussing what we've been watching this week. We'll do it next week. We'll do, a couple of weeks and catch up. It's obviously, we've got enough to do here. We've got
2 episodes of Love Live in 1 episode.
Exactly, and 2 episodes of Umaru channel.
Every episode of Umaru is the same thing.
Yeah, little shit, little fucker, Umaru. If you're listening, little prick, I'll fucking chin you. I will.
That's too much.
Sorry, I'll wind it back. But yeah, I had a good one. As you say, December has kicked in now, so we're all excited about that. Had a lovely little surprise. I'm going to say it on the show. I'm a big kid when it comes to Christmas. You guys know this. There's a big reason why we do a lot of celebratory things on the happy hour. So we got our normal standard chocolate advent calendars, and then my girlfriend did a very sweet thing where she made me my own advent calendar, and it's all got little surprises in each envelope on each day, and it's all lovely. It's nice. That was really good. What else have I done? Had the dilemma with the tree. No, because you're speaking about Christmas trees. We had a real one last year. The thing is, my house, the living rooms aren't the biggest, and this tree literally took up half of the fucking room last year. So we've moved the living room basically into a different area, so it's an even smaller room. And I've just been measuring around what we could possibly do. And I can't have a real tree. I'm really upset about it, but it's not gonna work unless I hang that fucker from the ceiling. So I'm gonna have to concede and get a little bitch tree.
Some people do. I do have a small little fake tree because real trees are nice, but they're just a pain in the ass, especially when you have a little apartment like I do.
Yeah, if you ain't got the room for it. I mean, to be fair, last year I'm forgetting the pain in the fucking arse that was last year of getting that big bastard home. Chopping all that shit up. It's it broke my hacksaw, so I had to go to a supermarket at 2 a.m. in the morning to buy a load of replacement blades and a new hacksaw. And I did get a few funny looks at that time, and it was just oh, yeah, it's okay. It's all above board. I didn't need to dispose of a body in the middle of the night. So, I mean,
maybe you should have just bought a smaller Christmas tree.
Maybe that could have been, but it was too late, and I was committed. You've got it at home. You can't take it back.
You can buy small trees. They don't have to buy big ones.
The thing was, it was out in the open, so it was this looks fine. Like looking back now, like a total. I'm looking because my girlfriend took pictures when we went to pick the tree out, and it's like me standing next to it, and then me carrying this fucker. And I was like, this was fine. And looking back, like a year later, I'm like, what an idiot! It looks gigantic. How was I there in the flesh, going, yeah, this will fit. This is perfect size. This is, even though it's like 5 times the size of me. It's like, yeah, this will be brilliant. This will. Oh, it'll slot in the corner nicely.
God, it's like a cartoon.
I was just an idiot. I was like, why am I looking? How did I think that was okay? I blame because we're in a field and it's just, you don't have a spatial awareness as you would indoors.
Yeah, but you have yourself as a frame of reference.
No, but I'm big myself, aren't I? So, you don't
No,
realize.
you're not. You're the opposite of big.
Yeah, 4 feet, that's big.
Whoa! I'm not 4 feet, good
not
sir.
that small.
No, good sir. I am 5'9". Towering, that is.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to find out, right?
Yeah, you'll find out, and I'll stand above you, and you're looking up at me. You'll take everything back, you said.
I sure will.
And when you see these long, slender pianist fingers, rather than that's pianist, I said, not penis, by the way, because I know you were going to say something. Anyway.
I was gonna say you have sausage fingers, but okay.
Today, other thing we did today, anything of note, is we went and watched some wrestling, because I haven't watched my buddies wrestle all year because of work, so I thought I can't duck anymore, and my friend was winning the title, had to go and see it, so I did, and it was good fun. Almost broke his neck, no, that's the only problem. Someone dropped him on his head, and I was like, I've just witnessed a murder. I've just witnessed someone die. I was like, oh, fuck. Because obviously after the move, they sell, don't they? They'll sell an injury anyways if they're hurt. And I was like, I don't know. I'm just grateful he's moving. I was like, okay, he's moving. He's okay.
He hasn't snapped his neck. That's the important part.
Would that have been like a Rocky IV moment for you?
I mean, yeah, I would have had to step up in his place. And just, even though my mate's like, he's like a foot taller than me. And he's like, he's in shape is the difference. Like, he's actually athletic and he's muscular. I'll take him on for you. Yeah. I'd just die. It'd be fine. But, luckily he didn't die. Luckily he went on to win the title. So it was all good, and that was good. Problem was, I was reaching the trigger point of beers because I went just before work. I booked an hour's holiday. So it was 2 till 4:30, and then I started my shift. And I had 3 pints of beer, and I was like being offered the 4th, and I was like, I can't. There was the angel and devil on either side of the shoulders, and I was like, come on, I can. But then, I really couldn't. I really couldn't have 4 pints in 2 hours and then just go into work and pretend I was normal. That wasn't going to happen. Fortunately, I resisted. I was a brave boy, and I only had 3, and then I went in, still sort of tipsy. But now we're here. Now we're okay. I'm sober as a judge, ready to talk about some anime. So
as a judge, ready to judge some
winter season shit that's going on. So this is how it works for all you new people out there, or listeners who are not familiar with our season previews. We have each picked here 5 shows that we find interesting, or we're going to watch, or we believe will be heavy hitters, or them sleeper shows, like Handshakers, just like that one, how that was a
true
major hit.
Classic that defined us.
More, you'll be talking about it for years to come. That was, what a good show.
Is that sound effect?
And, so we'll be picking 5 shows each. We'll take it in turns, go through our 15 shows that we've got combined, and then we'll be talking about anything else that's piqued our interest. So don't worry. We're also going to be adding, I promise I will this time, in the YouTube video, we will be adding timestamps to which shows we've been discussing. So if you want to check that out, that'll save you the time. If you don't want to, if you just want to listen to particular shows, check the timestamps and it'll send you to
perfect for my collection.
But why would you want to skip any of this glorious chit chat and banter?
You wouldn't.
Okay, let's get right into it then. Unless anyone has any kind of objection to that.
I have no objections.
Okay.
I inject.
Were you going to inject into this conversation, Manimal? You go first.
Some citrus. Okay, so naturally the biggest show here for me is citrus. I'm really worried about it. This is the first time that a manga I really like has been adapted, as in, I've read it first. So
yeah.
So normally I'm just like whatever, but this time I understand why like manga readers will always like talk shit about shows. They changed this and that and because they had freaking, what am I trying to say? There's a whole thing. So Citrus, I don't know. I hope they do it right. I hope it doesn't suck. I hope it's steamy. I hope it's good. Citrus is good.
Citrus is good.
Again, maybe we get more Yuri action going on. That'd be pretty thrilling. After they freaking, I don't even know what they did to NTR, but it wasn't good. But that wasn't a good manga to begin with. So
I know.
But
what's the synopsis, Manimal?
There's a girl who goes to school and she meets this other girl, and then that girl becomes her stepsister and they kiss.
Okay, that kind of is the synopsis.
It's gay gals being pals.
Yeah, gals being pals. It's juicy and it's actually good. The characters are pretty good. It's a pretty decent series. It's not like the most serious and dramatic you're gonna find, but it's a good one. And it's good that it's getting adapted. I just hope it doesn't suck. I hope they do it well. I hope it's not shit. I hope the animation doesn't look like garbage. I hope it's good.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, I actually know the series because we did the manga swap way back when, and you got me reading this, and I read a fair few chapters. I don't know how far I got into it, but surprisingly had more depth than I thought it was going to. No offense, but
well, no, I know, because I know what you'd expect, but it's it's a little more than that.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. The characters were likable. The blonde girl, who's the fashionista kind of, because she's sort of the spunky fashionista girl who comes into this new situation.
She looks just like Lucy in the manga.
She does. She does look like Lucy from Fairy Tail.
Not so much in the design here. Her hair's a different color.
When she has the ponytail, I think it is.
Yeah, but in the freaking poster here, her hair's like not as blonde.
Different, yeah. And then the other girl is the more authoritarian school class president who's all by the book. Yeah, but again, there's a surprising amount of depth to it. You got a bit of character development with both of them going on. Even though it's sort of like they both want to just fuck each other, just fuck each other.
Yeah, but it takes them forever because they got to get over this, and then they got to get over that, and then they got to get over this.
But I guess that's what romance stories are all about. I don't read a ton of romance manga or any kind of romance stories, really. I know that's the whole point, is every obstacle until they finally get together.
Yeah, but in this one, like they get to business right away. So let's see how they do it. Freaking, we got nano rape on the OP, so that's someone at least.
Question.
Although sometimes nano rape songs are not good.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with them, but question.
Their intro on Nana Biori was awesome, but yeah.
Oh, okay. What I was interested in is the studio I'm not familiar with. I've never heard of Passion.
Yeah, neither have I.
Okay, fair enough. Unknown studio then, taking a gamble. I'll type up. Coryn, will you be interested?
No, they got Rail Wars.
Oh, is it those guys? Yeah. That
They're doing the next season of High School DxD as well.
Okay, so they've got a track record for ecchi.
This is the first season they've done of that series.
No, it wasn't Rail Wars ecchi as well?
Rail Wars, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So.
Oh shit, they actually have some good seiyus on Citrus. Okay, looks okay then.
Yeah, I think this won't be the trashy ecchi. This will be a bit more. It's got a bit more.
Oh, the girl that voices Azusa is doing Yuzu. Yes.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna be okay over there, Manimal?
Yeah, Manimal's legit popped a lob on right now.
Ooh.
So safe to say you'll be watching this. This comes out on.
It comes on
broadcast. Oh no, can't see it. Fuck knows. Who cares? It's broadcast in winter. Oh, apparently January the 6th. I had the info there, but I couldn't see it. So January the 6th is coming out. No word if it's going to be on Crunchyroll or not, but it probably will.
Well, if it's not,
stupid. This is the kind of show that they'll pick up.
Yeah, I forgot this girl also does Hotaru in the next show I'm going to talk about. But we're not talking about now. Coryn, what do you got?
What do I got? I got one of the shows I'm most excited for this season, which is, I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong, but Darling in the FranXX?
Darling in the Friends. Yeah.
Darling in the FranXX. It's Let me read the synopsis here. The story said in the distant future, the land is ruined and humanity establishes the mobile fort city of Plantation. Pilots produced inside Plantation live in Milistine, also known as Birdcage. Children live there knowing nothing of the outside world or the freedom of the sky. Their lives consist of battling to carry out missions. Their enemies are mysterious giant life forms known as Kyoryu, and the children pilot robots called FranXX to face off against them. For the children, riding the FranXX proves their existence. A boy named Hiro is called Code 016, and he is once known as Prodigy. However, he has fallen behind, and his existence seems unnecessary. Not piloting the FranXX is the same as ceasing to exist, which seems a little extreme.
Yeah.
One day, a mysterious girl known as 02 appears before him. 2 horns grow out of her head.
And that's where the synopsis ends.
This is a collaboration with A1 and Trigger. What the shit?
Yeah.
Yes, and it has a giant robot with tits in the background of the poster. Looks fantastic.
You watch the PV, it is very Trigger in terms of character designs and animation.
I can tell from the character drawings of the poster, the PV is disabled in my country, so I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
Time to get a new country.
Don't say that.
Psych!
You never know.
I don't know. With net neutrality, you'll be able to access that. I don't even know what that meant. Let's carry on.
It means I won't.
Yeah, it's a collab with This is one of the first ones of the season that really piqued my interest because it's a collab.
Well, now I see
it's just that Trigger's involved, basically.
Yeah, and I really want to see Trigger do giant robots.
Yeah, and they have the director of the Idolmaster.
Yeah, he's the guy he's worked on Idolmaster, but he was also around for Gurren Lagann. He didn't direct it, obviously, but he was around.
He also worked on Evangelion as well.
He's a guy next dude.
He's in Penny and Stocking. He's got a good
good track record.
Yeah, and Gurren Lagann. So he's got a good track record as far as giant robot shows go.
He's been in the same crowd, a good crowd for robot anime. So
is he an ass man? Is he a boob man? He's a guy nax man. That was a terrible joke. I am sorry. I am so sorry. Everyone who's ever made a joke.
You should be. That was bad.
I knew it was bad as soon as I started saying it, but I had to finish.
I'm trying to think. If he's a Trigger guy, he's probably, I'd say tits, I guess. Trigger
probably
more.
Tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trigger likes their tits.
Yeah.
Trigger likes their tits. Yes, they do. Yeah, it looks interesting. It's weird, the synopsis, because I tried to look for a synopsis from a couple of sources, and it's the same one, and it just ends up, girl has 2 horns on her head, mysteriously. Bam!
That's the important part right there.
When you see Trigger, you don't need any more synopsis.
I'm really excited for this one. I want to know how it ties into the Trigger universe.
Oh, shit. Right?
Oh, yeah, no, it's not thought of that.
That's a thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the sort of, it's got that sort of theme from Gurren Lagann where it's, they've never seen where they're on the ground, they're inside the ship, and they've never seen the outside world, and they want to break free and experience this outside world. And I guess this girl is sort of the girl falling from the sky trope who's going to come and change up his shit.
I thought they finished that after NoCom, but I guess not.
Oh, God, no, it's going strong.
Yeah.
It happened in Konosuba, didn't it? The girl falling from the sky?
No.
Didn't she kill him or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
No, that's not how it works.
No.
There was a girl in the sky, falling from the sky in Twin Exorcist.
Yeah.
But that's also a much older manga, so it's whatever.
Yeah. But interesting, definitely. Would you be watching it now, Manimal?
I mean, Trigger, so.
You got to. You're in there.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it doesn't get a Netflix deal and comes out 6 months from now.
No,
I say fan subbers, so it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be able to find it. Yeah, hopefully it won't. I'd prefer it to come out. Again, this is one that I would assume would be picked up because just the name value alone is going to be there. And if you go on to there's so many PVs and character videos and promos, so it's been heavily publicized, the shit out of and marketed in Japan quite heavily. So original work as well, we should say. It's not based on anything.
That's good.
I'd say, does Trigger touch anything that's not an original work?
Not to my knowledge. So that's what I like. I'm hoping that Trigger have been involved quite heavily in terms of definitely in the visuals. It seems like it's Trigger. Hopefully story-wise as well. Not, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
We'll find out.
But yeah, that's an interesting one. I do like the look of that one. So I think around the board we're all going to be watching it, and obviously we'll give our review in January. January.
Oh, Roy.
So my first one that I have got on this one, you better brace yourselves, boys.
My neck is braced.
Okay. So this one is Violet Evergarden, or Violet or Evergarden.
Oh, wait, shit, that's airing?
Yeah, man. January 18th. Doesn't say when, but it's January 18th, 2018. So it's done by...
Wait, no, that's
Kyoto Animation.
That's on summer season.
It says January 18th, 2018 here.
Where?
Yeah. Yeah.
2018.
It says January.
Wait. No.
Yes.
Sorry, I got confused because of the way it's listed on an anime list as 2017 and I forgot the years. Oh my god. Okay, never mind.
All right, you just stop talking and I'll explain what it is then. So it's KyoAni who have made it. Long ago, auto memory dolls were born. Professor Orland, an influential figure in the printing industry, invented a new type of printing machine for his wife Molly so that she could write novels after she had lost her eyesight. The machines were given the appearance of a petite, lovely doll. Putting his heart and hopes into it, the professor named it Auto Memory Doll. Eventually, auto memory dolls became widespread, supporting the lives of many. Now the team is applied to women whose work is to put thoughts into words, either for those who cannot write or on behalf of others. The story is about a young girl, Violet Evergarden, and how she connects people's hearts as an auto memories doll living at the turning point of a generation. So what drew me into this one, because there's not too much from that synopsis that you can get the story, but the PV is gorgeous.
It's Kyoto Animation. This is a freaking... When's the last time they did a grade A show instead of like a freaking Phantom World? Like, Jesus, this is what they did. Wait, no, Hibike Euphonium was the last grade A show.
Yeah.
And it was also the last show they did.
I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I don't... It's Kyoto, so I don't even give a shit what the synopsis is. I'm going to watch it.
No, it looks beautiful, and it could be interesting. Like I say, living through this person. It says turn the generation, doesn't really mention what that is, but I'm assuming there's some kind of, paradigm shift in terms of the culture or the government or something there, or people's feelings maybe towards these dolls. So we'll see. It, like I say, the PV looks amazing. Soundtrack seems nice. It's a really nice violin sort of instrumental kind of thing going on, which is nice. It's cool. So I'm interested. Again, the synopsis doesn't give me anything from it. It is based on a manga, so if anyone's out there who's seen it before, or read it more accurately, maybe you... Oh, no, not a manga, sorry, light novel. So if you have read it, maybe you can give us some more info. But that's one. That's my first pick. So you're going to be watching it, aren't you, there, Manimal?
Again, it's Kyoto Animation. I forgot. Jesus Christ.
Animation.
Why?
Coryn, what's your thoughts on this one?
It is really beautiful, but I don't know if I really want to pick it up. Maybe I'll let you decide if it's good or not, because it looks real cool. I just don't know if it's necessarily what I'm digging right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the story is. I'm kind of taking a chance on it.
I am curious because there appears to be a robot girl running through not World War I at some point.
It's absolutely not World War I.
Totally not World War I.
Definitely not. Yeah, I don't know what the time period is. It's kind of seems to be early to mid 1900s. But then there's also robot hands. It
does. Again, it sort of has that same sort of Full Metal Alchemist kind of robotics tech, because it is very much from everything else early 19th or 20th century kind of looking thing. It's got typewriters and streetcars with wagon wheels.
Yeah, and then it's just, here's my robot hand, which maybe they did have in the turn of the century and we just didn't know. We forgot how to make them.
They erased it from the history books because it was too advanced.
Because of Castro.
Yeah, but Castro's he invented the robot hand and then they wanted to discredit him.
So they got rid of the robot hands. Oh, poor people. Let them robot hands. They imagine the last person to get one fitted and then it's a day later to go, nope.
No, can't have these anymore.
What do you mean there's no more mechanics? This thing's way too complicated. What if I just hit it with a hammer?
I get to hold my baby again because I lost my hands in a tragic handshaking accident. And nope. and you get taken away.
The Cuban handshaking crisis.
Oh, we remember that one like it was yesterday. Oh,
it was.
It was yesterday. It was in the news.
Shit.
Did you fuckers not see it?
Sorry, I haven't read up on good old Raul, but
anyway,
next series.
Enough about Cuban politics. Manimal, what have you got next for us?
We got a sequel that I don't know. I guess they made Dagashi Kashi too. I mean, it was popular, in the country. People like the candy theme and everything. It was popular with old audiences because it was somehow nostalgic for them. So I guess they didn't mind the fact that it had terrible punchlines and jokes that took 12 minutes.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch it anyway because the first season aired 2 years ago now. Jesus Christ!
Is it really?
I'm aging.
Is it too? Oh yeah, was it winter 2015 or spring 2015?
Winter.
Jesus.
Fuck.
2016.
2016. Yeah. I'm with you
God.
now.
I'm aging, but
is anyone surprised they've made a second? Part 2 of this?
Well, now that I think about it, it makes sense because it was popular, I guess. The poster art looks different. So
didn't realize it took so long between last season and now.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were like, maybe we'll not do this. And they were like, oh, the candy sales are going down. We need to bring them up.
It was the government. They were like, come on, guys, let's bring this shit up.
Candy sales up. I don't know.
I never watched it.
Indie lobbyist or meat bunch.
Yeah, but I'll watch it because I watched the first season. It's that kind of thing, basically. Like, oh, might as well. Why not? I mean, there are parts of the first season that were pretty good. Once upon a time, there was an embarrassing moment where I was like, "It's the best show in a local anime con," and it was one in January or February, and they're talking about Konosuba before I watched it, and I was like, "Nah, Dagashi Kashi's better." And then I watched Konosuba, and yeah.
Nah, guy. Dagashi Kashi. Kono who?
Meanwhile, Dagashi Kashi proceeded to suck after I said that. But we'll see how it goes. And again, Azusa's voice actress does Hotaru, and she does really good in the show, actually. Does a really fantastic performance. But,
it's okay.
She's one of my favorite series, definitely.
We all nailed our flags to the mast of wrong shows. I was the one proclaiming that I'll Know a Zero was amazing. And looking back, that was not our best decision. But anyway,
it happens. But yeah, there it is, Pam. What do we got next? What's cooking in this stew?
What's cooking in the Coryn stew is Beatless, the show about robot girls.
HIEs.
HIEs.
I want you to read this synopsis, but also always pronounce HIEs because it flows really well.
With the introduction of ultra-advanced AI that surpasses human intelligence, beings that mankind is yet to fully comprehend, made from materials far too advanced for human technology, which is very confusing, begin coming into being. Lycia in HIE, equipped with a black coffin-shaped device, is one of these. In Boy Meets Girl fashion, 17-year-old Arato Endo has a fateful encounter with the artificial Lycia. For what purposes were these artificial beings created? Amid questions regarding the coexistence of the artificial beings and humans, a 17-year-old boy must make a decision. Now, when I was watching the PV, this looks like a better version of whatever the Clockwork one that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Clockwork Planet.
I don't know. Maybe there'll be some more finger sucking in this one.
Maybe. That's how they seal the contract.
But, just looking at the PV, the art style, and, the animation, it almost has a bit of this weird surreal quality to it. There's a part where this school kid just picks up, a bleeding robot arm in an alley.
Yeah.
And, the way it's just kind of shot and the pacing of the PV, which I kind of hope carries over.
Were you a fan of the animation in the PV?
It's hard to tell sometimes, but it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah. I really didn't like the character designs. Personally.
I'm pretty lukewarm on the character designs, but I can forgive that kind of thing,
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's PV. I mean, we're not saying, PV blah, 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 is the greatest thing ever and the best indicator. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the character designs right now.
Yeah. And my thing is, I like robot girls. I mean, I like robots in general, so it's a thing.
I'm Coryn. And I like robots.
I'm Coryn, and I like robots.
Hi, Coryn.
But I mean, Clockwork Planet, the art really got me down is boring robot stuff, right?
It was really boring, yeah.
Like the girls are like, I'm a robot, but I want to fuck you for no reason in particular.
It wasn't a very good series.
So hopefully this one will have a little intrigue.
I liked how he wanted to fuck Gears, and then she was actually just made of Gears, and it's like, there's no way something like, because they took the concept of Gears and was just like, okay, let's make a human out of this. Gears can do anything if you have enough of them.
The planet was made of Gears, wasn't it?
Everything was Gears.
It doesn't make sense. It's like going, hey guys, I have a microwave.
Yeah, but let's
make a universe out of this.
Yeah, but if you showed a laptop to a caveman, it wouldn't make sense to them.
Well, no, and like the problem is everything was gears, but electricity wasn't real anymore because it destroyed the gears. Don't you understand? Electricity hurts the gears.
Yeah. Gears move. I understand what a gear does. If you put two of them together, they move.
Yeah.
That's all they do.
Well, once upon a time, they thought the wheel was just a wheel, and they didn't know its true potential until later.
Yeah, but like the point is, it wasn't the science that got me bummed out. They didn't do anything with it.
Yeah.
It was just gotta fix the gear, and the robots weren't interesting. They were just weird gear robots, and the characters were all boring and dumb in one note.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
So I'm just hoping for a good robot anime, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got two. You've got a mecha, and then you've got an actual robot.
I got two solid options for robots right now.
It'd be good. I wanted to give this one a chance. I probably will watch the first episode because, like I say, the character design turned me off a little, but I can always overlook that if the story's good.
That's it. A lot. Hopefully, the actual show has a similar like cinematography to the PV, especially like that first intro shot.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Are you interested in this one at all, Manimal? Or
I got a lot of shows to watch, man.
Okay. Fair enough. We'll
gotta pick and choose.
Watch it. There is a lot of shit this season, to be fair, more than I thought, and upon initial inspection. Okay, next up we have Kokokku. Did anyone check this one out? No.
I looked at it, but yeah, you know.
Okay. Well, it's based off manga. Drama, mystery, psychological, and seinen are the genres. Done by Geno Studio? Geno? No, something like that. Not one I'm familiar with. But the synopsis is as follows. Juri Yukawa lives with her neat father and brother, her retired grandfather, her sister, a single mother, and her young nephew. One day, her nephew and brother are kidnapped for ransom. Having only 30 minutes to meet the demands of the kidnappers, Juri, who realizes there is not enough time to prepare the money, decides to head for their rescue by herself with a knife in her hand when her grandfather uses a mysterious stone passed on in the Yukawa family to stop time. In a world where everyone and everything are inert, Juri and her father and grandfather run to the rescue of the two. But at the kidnappers' hideout, they soon realize that they are not the only ones who can move around in this still world. So kind of interesting. We've got, for some reason, these people have been... I mean, they don't sound like they're particularly well off if it's this many people living together.
Yeah, but I think they'd have some money if they were taken for kidnapping. Money?
This is what I was thinking. Like, it's setting up as if like they are rich, but like if her father's a neat, if her brother's a neat, so I'm assuming she's working.
Well, I assume someone has money somewhere.
They can afford to be neat because they're rich.
I guess maybe, but
because you don't kidnap someone if you don't think you get money out of them. It doesn't make sense.
Unless it's because of the stone. They want the stone, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so the plot is they need to go to the rescue of the family. Grandfather goes, "Hey kids, I've got the stone. It'll stop time and shit." Okay, so he does that.
This is an awesome trend, but what's with all these superpowered grandpa shows now?
Look, grandpas need their time too.
Like, this is awesome. I think it's this great trend.
Do you know what? But... No, if you watch the PV, he's a pretty badass grandpa as well. Like, he activates the stone, he just fucking slices his hand open to spill blood in it. He looks cool as fuck. Man. Badass grandpas.
I'm down with this trend.
I'm down with superpowered grandpas as a new genre. Hopefully it will replace the in another world trend that's happened the last few years. Let's get
Maybe we're getting more shows about grandpas now because we can finally ask the question in Japan what grandpa was up to in his youth and not get terrifying answers.
Yeah. That's
Good point.
Interesting.
Yeah, or maybe, just maybe, the people have been so overexposed to lolis that now it's gone the other way.
They need grandpas. You're not enough of these lollies. I need a freaking superpowered grandpa.
Shotokan is out, Grandpa Con is in, I guess.
I'm down with this.
I just can't move for all the... Right, the Book of Nekomimi, verse 10, chapter 12, clearly states, the day will come where lolis are forbidden and grandpas are in. In your ass if you're lucky, or in ass, depending. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so getting on with this one. Synopsis is okay. It's it could be interesting. There's a race against time, ironically, to get this, and they discover that there's other people who can move around. So obviously the history of this stone and this superpower in the normal world has to be explained and fleshed out. Also in the PV grabbed me because I really liked it. It was fast-paced, it was energetic, I liked the character designs. There was some cool, weird monster in it briefly at the end. Like I say, the grandpa looks badass.
Giant skeleton, fleshy monster zombie thing?
Kind of. It almost looked like Ryuk for a second. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like a shadow Ryuk thing, but we'll see. So there seems to be kind of otherworldly monsters as well. So it could turn schlocky, but it's an interesting concept, and I liked the design and the fast-pacedness of it. Some of the cuts and stuff in the trailer kind of reminded me of Cronus Rulers, like in how fluid it was, and the sort of, the 360 and all that kind of shit that they were doing, the cool camera angles and stuff. So
yeah, sure.
It could be good. Hopefully, this is one that this is like my sleeper show for this season. I'm really hoping will be a lot better than I expected. So I'm pinning my hopes on this one. Last year it was Handshakers. Didn't work out too well.
Handshakers is just a joke. You were just like, it's going to be good.
No, but I was kind of hoping it was good because I really liked the concept of them being like handcuffed. Like they have to hold hands and it's a 2-on-2 battle.
You watched the PV.
Yeah, I know. But I'm an optimistic person. You know this about me. I see the good in everything. I try to. And, maybe I shot my load. I was a bit misguided with Handshakers. I'm a
little bit premature, you might say.
Last Christmas, I gave my heart to Handshakers. Very next day. Last Christmas, I gave my heart to shit anime. And the very next day, threw it away. So I'm a little bit burnt. I'm a shy lover, but, this has seduced me. Kokokku. So hopefully, it'll be good.
Yeah, there it is. Next up, 7 Deadly Sins sucked. It was not good. The studio was shit, and they went bankrupt during the production of the show.
I'm not following because people lost their jobs, but
Yeah. So now, from the same figure line and a different studio, we have the 7 Heavenly Virtues.
Are you gonna be okay there?
Yeah, it's basically...
That sounds like a parody douchen or something of it.
Yeah, I know.
It does.
It's a show where figures come to life and they have these figure-like designs, and they probably just do ecchi stuff, and there's probably some dumb story that sucks and no one cares about it. I don't know. It's just maybe it'll like a good ecchi. Like I said, there are no good ecchis in 2017. Kaijo was like, hey guys, it just ecchi. It was Kaijo burning away, and the rest of ecchi was left in the dust cloud that it left behind, and that dust will never clear, not for a long time.
I mean, just for being virtues, there's a lot of titties in this PV.
Those are the virtues.
And there's that's why I wonder.
Don't you know the 7 virtues of titties?
No, the 7 heavenly virtues.
Titties, and titties.
The 7 heavenly virtues: boobs, butt, belly, thighs.
Oh my god, this is the perfect 7 virtues of the Nekomimi pasta. These are in the book of Nekomimi.
Yeah.
On page 1, brother, we're gonna talk about boobies. And page 2, we got the thigh when you have the skirt and the knee-high socks and that little bit of thigh that some weebs come over.
Squish, yeah.
The what?
Territory?
The what did you just call it?
The squish.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was on a recording clearly. Okay.
Yes, but this show, honestly, I don't have any expectations because for all it'll suck maybe, but if it could be okay as well. I don't know. I like how there's like the one like super freaking stern looking girl who doesn't look heavenly or inviting.
I'll say there's one that has a reasonable character design.
Does she double up on like virtues now?
There's one with some reasonable hips as well. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I don't expect anything. I expect it to suck, and if it's good, then that'll be cool.
Well, it's nice to see that a typical Manimal review is leaking back into
after Seven Deadly Sins was such a train wreck, you know. You just can't.
I understand the caution that you're.
I know it's a different studio this time, so there's a little bit of potential. You know, they did a special of Seven Deadly Sins where one of the characters got boobs so big they ripped off her chest. That was an actual thing that happened.
Okay.
With the full nudity,
was she okay?
Because they were in the hot spring, and yeah, they literally just like they grew and then they just tore off like this. It was weird.
That sounds quite visceral. Like that's not a nice image. Like no, who was that for?
Not in a violent, bloody way, but just in like a.
So for a comical way. Were they figures? Did you say? So I guess.
Yeah, it's a figure line, and you could tell by looking at the designs. They're pretty much just like they don't animate well because they have. Their designs are too heavy on detail and everything, so they don't work in animation.
Oh, you got to get that. You got to catch that figure lightness.
A little heavy in some other places as well.
Oh yeah.
If we're being honest.
This studio did the 2014 Fairy Tail series, so you can guarantee shit, lazy, and horrible animation. Great.
Oh yeah, they did take a dip. Was it not A1? Is it A1?
No,
they did it originally, didn't they?
Oh wait, no, A1 and Bridge did Fairy Tail.
This is Bridge.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah, Bridge. Yeah, there you go.
BarryGoldman.com, Magnus Bridge, listen. Okay, what do we got next?
Something from Coryn, that's what we got next.
I went a little left to center for this one. Because I've never done one like this before. And that's kind of why I picked it. So I am picking Ito Junji Collection. There's no synopsis, but it appears to be a sort of a horror anthology. We've seen horror anthologies before. They've been around, but I decided to check one out this season.
Junji Ito's is a good example. I've only read Uzumaki. It was really good. I hope that's included in this one. It definitely piqued my interest. Like, is it saying, because I've not really read the details of what it is yet. Is it standalones or is it adaptations of his works, or are they just 5-minute shorts or full-length episodes? Does it say anywhere?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, under related anime on my anime list, it has just a slew of adaptations listed. So I assume they're all just sort of unrelated stories.
Okay. Well, that'd be cool. I mean, I'd kind of like to see something if it is like just, a few short stories from Junji Ito. And he's just thrown them in there, rather than as serialized works in the past. That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe even spin-offs of them.
It'd be nice to see something a little different. It's hard to tell, though. I'm not sure. And there might be some sort of, like, overreaching plot or sort of line, I guess, that connects all these stories. Like the proverbial, storyteller of the 1001 Nights or whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, definitely one I want to check out, and I'm sure Nair would be interested as well, because I know he's a fan of Junji Ito as well.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. It could be interesting.
You want some horror? There you go. Obviously, it's going to be quite gory and adult and psychological, so that's what we want.
There's a lot of nails being nailed into things that should not be nailed into in the PV, so if you got a weak stomach, maybe don't watch this show.
You won't check this out, will you, Manimal? Not your bag.
Manimal's getting waffles.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck Manimal.
Very unlikely, I find.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely something I want to check out. I'm sure, say Nair and yourself. That'll be interesting. And if you've not really done any horror anime to see, because I'm saying that as if I have. I can name about 3 that I've watched. That's about it.
I've never really. I mean, I've done a few like horror-ish animes. I guess Higurashi was one I watched back in the day, which was arguably horror.
Yeah,
there was a lot of little girls getting dismembered, so that was kind of fucked now you think about it. But yeah, Other than that, I haven't gone too much into horror. So it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we'll see how it is. I mean, I am definitely interested to see if it's just short or if it is full-length episodes. I'd quite like it to be just standalone episodes, and as you said, with an overarching plot thread throughout them all.
Which would be interesting. So we'll see what happens. I'm interested. It's just kind of going into the dark, seeing what's happening.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a palate cleanser, like you say. If there's different shows that are on, because I've got kind of a mix here. I don't know about you. For sure.
Yeah, I really went with a different mix, especially for the fall season. I was completely shonen. Because it's been Vanishing Line, Daisuke, Junie Tyson, Black Clover, and it's a lot.
Yeah, the fall season's just been all action for me. So winter, traditionally, I always think of winter for more the psychological drama and slice of life sort of things. Like, I kind of like to see them in winter, but a nice mix, a nice grab bag. The next anime on my list is not one of them. It is an action anime, and it is Hakata Tonkatsu Ramens. Is the name of it. It is based off a light novel. It's an action-heavy show, and I will read you the synopsis right now. At first glance, the Fukuoka city seems like a peaceful one, but under the surface, crime is running rampant. The city's Hakata ward is home to the professionals of the underworld. Professional killers, detectives, informants, professional revenge seekers, those skilled in torture, and more. And according to urban legend, even a killer of professional killers exists in the city. When the stories of the men in the underworld are told, a professional killer murder appears. So, loads of criminals doing criminally shit is what I'm hoping for. It's just one of them animes. It's going to be a bit darker. I don't think I don't think it's going to be like really. When I say dark, I don't mean like, oh, it's going to be all brutal and fucked up, like, Breaking Bad style or Sopranos.
It definitely seems like one of those anime where the intro like freeze frames on a character, every character.
Yeah,
because there's going to be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks interesting.
I like the style. I like the style that it had in the PV, and I like the soundtrack as well. It was quite jazzy. Gave me like a Persona 5 flair to it, to be honest. Go on, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, as we know, I'm a slut for jazz and anime, and I did think about putting this one on my list, but I do kind of want to get away from the heavy action right now. So this might be one I'll visit again later on.
Yeah, not much information about who the character's going to be. PV just sort of shows people, there's a couple people with swords, there's somebody eating ramen and shit. So it'll be interesting.
Ramen, which is very good stuff, actually.
Mm-hmm. I love me some tonkatsu. I can actually make that shit. That's one of the few things that I can do.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've talked about it off the podcast, but there's a really cool ramen place here in KC. I got some tonkatsu ramen at, and it's just really good.
I've never had it in ramen. I always have tonkatsu pork with katsu curry, and that's really good.
Yeah.
It's kind of easy.
It's nice as ramen. Very frothy, creamy.
To do that, because this is like Christmas time is the time you go every major city, so you've got a way bigger choice of restaurants. You're gonna go Christmas markets and shit, so you go, let's have me some Five Guys, eat the finest of cuisine. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
You know what I'm eating right now?
Are you eating waffles by any chance?
Blueberry waffles. I actually got frozen waffles that taste good. What the hell?
That's crazy. That is off the chain. I didn't know what's the difference. What frozen waffles do?
Frozen waffles usually suck ass. You never get Eggos. They're shit, but these are good.
I mean, don't hate on Eggos. But the difference between frozen waffles and what?
I don't know. I don't think we get frozen waffles over here.
I'm sure you do.
No, you can have like you just buy them in like a pack, like bread.
Yeah, ever heard of a waffle iron?
That's even stranger.
Is it? Oh, okay. I don't know.
We don't get, but yeah, they're either frozen here, or you like buy a mix, or you make them from scratch.
Oh, okay. I'm not a massive connoisseur of waffles. I will be honest. I don't eat waffles all the time, so
I mean, it is. America loves its like savory, sweet pastry breakfast items. So.
Yeah, you guys are a big fan of all that shit. We were just on about. Sorry, Manimal. Just on about my third one, which was Hataka tonkatsu ramen.
Ah, is it a
So
show
it's
about ramen?
Well, surprisingly,
There's a character who eats ramen.
Maybe that's our main character. Maybe that's why it's in the title. He's eating ramen. It's kind of like jazzy and crime noir-esque in terms of at least its music style. So I'm interested in this one. Don't know how action heavy it's going to be. There's people running around with guns and swords and shit. So we don't really know about the character or what the story's going to be. Could be fun. I'd like sort of this. I'd really like it if it was a Sin Cities approach. Do you know what I mean? Almost like there's a few characters of this seedy underbelly of of this criminal underworld, and you see these people. Some could be a little eviler than others, and then their stories intersect and cross. So I'd like to see something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But there's no indication it is.
Go full Sin City. It's probably gonna. Just looking at it, it's presents itself a lot like Baccano or Durarara.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. We'll see. It looks nice anyway. I'm not pinning too much faith on it. I haven't got massive, hopes for it, but could be good. So I'm gonna take a chance. But with that said, Manimal, what have you got for us for your 4th show?
Do you guys want to go on a camping trip?
Do I?
Oh boy, I would love nothing more than a camping trip right now.
Well, sorry, we're not going to Kaministikwa. We're going to Mount Fiji with Yuru Camp. Yuru Camp. Yeah. Sometimes I was thinking of Yuri, and I was thinking of I don't know. It's a show about these girls who camp. That's about it. It could be shit. It could be okay. Like, you look at it, it could be just one of those cutesy series that sucks. It could be bland-ass. It's not gonna be bland-ass. I don't know. They go camping and they make ramen as well. They eat cup ramen together, which is apparently a good bonding experience when you're, going to Mount Fiji and stuff.
I mean, if I'm looking at the actual name of it, it's Yuru Camp Pot or Delta.
Okay.
Not Pi.
Yuru Camp Pot makes it a very different show.
Yeah, maybe because Delta, it's this military series in disguise. Alpha Delta Foxtrot Charlie. I don't know, whatever. It'll be okay. It'll suck. I don't know. It looks okay.
It looks like a very chill show.
Yeah, I know. I just never know with these cutesy looking shows now, because they'll go one way or the other. They'll either just be kind of boring and just kind of we gotta work hard together. I love being together, or it'll be bland-ass. You never know with this time and age.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems like a bunch of girls out camping in the winter time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nothing like jumping out as suddenly having a dark twist or anything.
Well, no, I'm not expecting that. But I'm just saying, you never know. Could be good, could be bad, could be good, could be great, could be fantastic, could be shit. I don't know.
Who knows?
That's all I got.
It's a little different, no?
Oh, hey,
mountaineering thing.
Yui's voice actress is on the main cast.
Indeed.
Well, no, those two get around a lot. You don't see Yoko Akasa as often as them, though. But whenever you do see Yoko, it's always a show you gotta watch.
Fuck that bitch.
Yoko is my favorite seiyuu.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'll take it all back. It's a little different. I've never really seen a slice of life hiking school club anime.
There was
what I'm assuming it is.
Like Encouragement of Climb, which was about friggin' mountain climbing and shit. It was Cliffhanger, the Stallone movie, but an anime. I don't know.
What? Okay.
Yeah, whatever. This camping show, they go camping. I just want to eat this other waffle. So what do you got next, Corn?
Dedication there.
Gotta get priorities straight. My next one is something I really wasn't expecting to see come up, which is Hakyuu Houshin Engi, which is based on the manga Houshin Engi, which came out in 1996.
So yeah.
If you haven't watched, if you haven't seen this or the PV, it's a much older style of art, and the whole synopsis is so I'll read it. It's when his clan is wiped out by a beautiful demon, young Taikobo finds himself in charge of the mysterious Houshin project. Its mission: find all the immortals living in the human world and seal them away forever. But who do you trust and whose side are you really on when you've been trained to hunt demons by a demon? So it looks like it's gonna have like a lot of old tropes, and I know there was an anime for it before, and I think it's just getting kind of redone now. But if you watch the PV, there's some like really trippy shit, like floating islands and old dudes with giant heads, and just a lot of weird stuff happening.
Oh my god, as you just said that, I was literally watching the part where the old dude comes. I see what you mean about the older style.
Yeah.
And
I do kind of still like that older style. It has that certain nostalgia feel. It looks good still, animated properly, right?
Yeah, it's holding up. It's literally the eyes. Like, for me, it's what I can see.
The eyes are the hard part. But, like, you can see kind of weird and strange.
It's nice to see older style stuff like this, because I think even that last show Vacant mentioned, like, there's a really a lot of these shows just look kind of shitty, like, because they have like the tiny eyes and everything, and they really lack style.
Yeah,
in all regards.
And everything here, the character designs all really stand out, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, nice. That could be interesting. I actually missed that one entirely on the season preview, so I'd be interested to hear about that one and see if it's any good. How long was the manga? Was it like an incredibly long story, or?
I'm not 100% sure. Let me try to find that out. I think it ran for several years.
Because what I'm thinking, like, I'm just wondering if it's going to be like a 12-episode thing and we don't get, maybe we get an anime-only ending, or if it's going to be a couple of seasons, have a second core later on.
There were 206 chapters.
Yeah, that's doable.
Volumes. So, yeah, ran for 4 years, 23 volumes. It's not
massive.
I mean, you get a couple seasons out of that.
Easy.
I mean, it depends how they pace it, I suppose.
Yeah, if they cut it down, I reckon they could get maybe max 4 parts. Maybe, but they'll probably condense to 2.
This might be one I can, like, reoccur and come back to every once in a while. I mostly want to know what's going on in the cover there. There's a dude without a shirt wearing a leather jacket and holding a lightsaber. So, fun times.
He's just been photoshopped on there. He's a leak from episode 9. Shit.
Fuck. So, yeah, that's the next one on my list. Looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely be interested in what that. Hopefully it's good, because then that'll give me an extra shonen-esque show to watch.
Mm-hmm.
While I wait for My Hero Academia to come back on the screens.
Oh, no. So sad.
Oh, no. Next one for me, departing from shonen, is a comedy and slice of life, and this one is Gakuen Babysisters. Have you guys seen this one just yet?
I saw the poster. I didn't go too into it. School babysitters, it's really not really unique and grabbing, is it? Or maybe it is. You should tell me.
Oh, it's so groundbreaking and unique and grabbing. Let me tell you.
The babies look fucking disgusting.
They look fucked up, don't they?
They really do.
No, so it's dead simple setup, this one. Really, really easy premise. So, after their parents are killed in a plane crash, Ryuichi and his younger brother, Kotaru, are taken in by the chairman of their school. It doesn't say that, but I'm assuming it is. Who they've never met before. Ryuichi becomes the school's daycare new babysitter. So they take him in on the condition that the older guy works as the babysitter.
I feel like that's a little manipulative, considering your parents were just murdered in a plane crash.
I know. Comedic hijinks ensue of them looking after babies. One of the reasons I chose this one, though, is just because it's not really anything it's almost the opposite of something that I'd pick normally in the show.
Babies, gross. Why would you want to watch anything with those freaking Cretan creatures in them?
You watch Umaru-chan.
Yeah,
and
Umaru's different.
She's designed like that.
Yeah, but Umaru's not. It's different.
Yeah, but I'm assuming these babies will be like,
These are literal babies.
It's like literal babies.
It's like, it's like Rugrats. It was a terrible cartoon.
Yeah, but it'll be like a cartoon-esque, baby who's probably getting up to shit that normal babies wouldn't do, and then, just like Umaru-chan, there'll be little annoying shits. They'll do stuff.
I just insulted Rugrats. Someone might cry.
No one cares.
No
one gives a fuck.
No, it shouldn't. It wasn't a good show.
I don't know. I wasn't a fan of it myself personally. It's been done by Brain Base Studio. So
Brain Base. What are they doing with this shit?
It could be fun. The reason like I say, I've chose it is because it's not normally something I'd pick out. So I want to just give it a try because it could be funny. You know, running a little daycare and having all the little babies and little toddlers running around and getting up to some stupid shit. And
or
he's
the
stressing
babies
out.
can just cry all the time and spit everywhere and puke.
There'll be annoying little shits, and everyone will be like
baby
stressed
kill
out.
your parents, Manimal?
I have always hated babies with
Up
all
here.
of my, babies gross me out. I have baby phobia. I'm terrified of babies. Cause they slobber.
What's a baby ever done to you?
I told you.
You were a baby.
I told you about my Cheerios story. I can't eat while looking at babies because it makes me think the baby drooled in my food. I have saliva phobia and baby phobia, so they work hand in hand.
I'm gonna spit in your food so much.
That's why it's gross. If you drink out of my drink, that drink's going in the garbage. It's gross.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is one because
It's not going in the garbage; it's going down the sink. But okay.
I said with Winter, it's kind of like comedy and slice of life that I like to see. So this will be a nice, light-hearted, fun little comedy, hopefully.
It's been a long time since there's been babies in anime. Maybe those, they're talking about representation nowadays. We got superpowered grandpas. Well, we need babies now.
Yeah, man. I'm going on all ends of the spectrum. I've got some powered grandpas. And then I'll be using a palate cleanser, just watching some heartwarming, nice, light-hearted comedy with some babies.
Yeah, because, people have been saying that why is all anime about high school kids? And now they're like, okay, here you go, there's some fucking babies, you complainer.
I mean, I think it's still going to be about high school kids.
Yeah,
primarily.
I know it's not about the babies, but...
So what is your last one then, Manimal? What have you got?
We got one that could be a new classic. PTPPQQ or Pop Team Epic. I don't know what it is, but the poster looks amazing. The character designs look amazing, so I'm gonna watch it because it looks like a true epic of this generation.
Okay,
It's based on a 4-coma, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, but their faces. Oh my god, they look. Oh, holy shit! This is gonna be a new classic.
A lot of people talking about this one. Nair included. Nair's asked us specifically to mention this one.
Oh, this will be a new classic. Just look at the manga pages. This shit's gonna be great.
It should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. I've not read the manga. It looks funny. As I say, I enjoyed the visuals and stuff that we've seen. But yeah, it seems to have a lot of groundswell. And I don't really know why.
I think it's just the manga. The 4-coma's really popular, so
look at their
now this
faces.
is happening. And it's just it's a very strange little character design they got going on there.
This will be
maybe
something.
this could. I'm assuming it's going to be like 10 minutes long or something like each episode.
It will not be a TQ, but it will be something.
Yeah, it could be like Arho Girl last year. That was based on.
Yeah,
something.
I'm mostly interested in the choice of poster, where they're just standing there in the nuclear wastelands.
Oh yeah.
Just with the snow on their head.
Yeah. It's a strange choice, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe it makes more sense in context.
It doesn't need to make sense. Just look at it.
I think, yeah,
it needs to make.
I'll be watching it because, like I say, I kind of want a new Arho Girl and just something that's funny, 10 minutes, random, and weird.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Ameagari levels of.
Oh no, it won't be.
Genius,
It won't be, and it won't be. It won't be. It'll be. Well, it'll be different than TQ, so I can't compare. But
Fair enough.
I didn't even watch the last season of TQ. I didn't even watch TQ. What a fake TQ fan I am.
You can't mention TQ again on the show. You little poser.
I didn't watch it.
You a little TQ hater.
Well, before TQ 10 comes out, I'll catch up. It'll only take me the length of one episode.
Yeah, you could catch up in all that in half an hour. So yeah, that's totally feasible.
While you're taking a dump, just catch up real quick. You'll be done.
20 minute dump. Welcome to hemorrhoids.
We've all been there once. We've all been there before.
We've all been there. Hemorrhoids.
Not hemorrhoids. I feel like there's multiple reasons, but let's digress.
Anyway, what have you got for us next, Coryn?
My last one is also sort of a light slice of life palate cleaner kind of thing. It is Miira No Kaikata, which translates to How to Keep a Mummy, I do believe. And the whole idea is that a high school student gets a package, quote unquote, adventurer father in the which contains a mummy, which is about the size of like a teacup, and he has to learn how to keep it. And they're going off the PV. It looks like he has a bunch of friends who also have monsters. Like there's a girl with like a little dragon and like a dude with like a little ogre looking thing, and it's just tiny little monsters, and they gotta keep them like Tamagotchi.
Oh, that sounds cool.
It looks very sweet and cute and easy.
I know what you mean. You need to have a little palate cleanser.
It's just a little mummy. The mummy design
mummy.
is adorable. It's like a big ball for a head with two like big round eyes and a big ball for the body with little nubs for arms and legs.
I'm a
mummy.
You are a mummy. You're a mummy to all of us. Well, not to all of us. That's a lie.
I'm a mummy.
Okay. Anything else? Or
I am a mummy.
Anyway, okay, yeah, so that might be a nice one. That's cool. So to round out my last pick, then, you're going to be shocked by this one. It's pretty damn good.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's Takunomi.
What?
Oh, there was no reaction.
Yeah, because I don't even know what that is.
You don't know? You've been sleeping on Takunomi? Okay, well, let me tell you what it is. It is, again, it's going to be, hopefully, a semi-decent comedy. Here's the synopsis. 20-year-old Michiru Amatsuki moved to Tokyo due to the change of career. She decided to live in a women-only share house, Stella House Haruno, with people of different ages and occupations. It's always fun when there's delicious alcohol and meal. That's a weird...
Oh, right.
What a weird sentence. Yeah, so it's basically 4 girls get together and get drunk and bitch about their day, essentially.
Yeah.
Wait, this one girl's like 20. Are there going to be those annoying jokes about, hey, you can't drink yet?
So it's going to be the Japanese.
Drink earlier in Japan, actually.
No, it's
sure.
21.
Is it in Japan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they say in shows, at least.
Everyone drinks underage anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I know, but in the shows, they try to... Wait, no, it is 20. Never mind, shut up.
Yeah, well, there is. I think they go through the ages of these girls. So there's like one who's 27, one who's. I don't think there's anything drastically different. Like one's 27, one's 22, and one's 25. Something I don't know.
They're all in their 20s somewhere.
Yeah, it's like look at all these different ages and walks of life, all around the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just them. It's basically the female equivalent of us, but except we don't live together. But they're just gonna get together.
It kind of is. Just. Oh God, it is us.
They're just gonna get together and shoot the shit and have some drinks.
All right, we're gonna reenact this show.
Yeah, we are. I just thought that's a different concept. I've never really, because it's an older group of women. It's actually adults, not high school kids in a music club or whatever. They're gonna be having a drink, talking about some shit. There's gonna be some Sex and the City style stuff. No, I don't know. I'm hoping it's funny. If it's just, haha, look at these jokes. We're women, written by men. Look at this
drunk
joke.
now.
Oh, you need to get married young, otherwise a man won't like you.
I feel like this is a new trend of having cute girls get drunk.
I mean, I'm down with it. At least these girls are above age.
Yeah, it's true. I do like the trend of having slightly older protagonists. It makes me feel a little less weird watching some of these shows.
Yeah. I mean, the director behind this has been involved. If you go on a staff page, he's got a fair few credits for stuff. Like, he was director of Akame ga Kill. I'm trying to find, he worked on Chobits as an episode as well.
Worked on Dancing the Vampire Boond.
Take it back.
Monster.
Oh, he did Katanagatari stuff. I have more faith.
He was the director of Seiren.
He was also on Monster and Rosen Maiden, both very good shows.
Does that mean there's going to be another shitting and sniffing between the legs fetish scene in this series?
I don't think that's necessarily
Always
true.
remember the scene in Siren where the guy dreamed of taking a shit while the girl smelled between his legs. Always remember that.
I don't want to remember that.
That happened. That was a thing.
That was a real thing that happened.
Okay, remind me in a few weeks when we do the end of year awards. I want to do the most WTF moment in anime of 2017, and that can be my vote.
Yes.
I think to be honest, in most seasons, we could do a WTF of the week, in terms of anime.
But that was definitely, because usually stuff like that doesn't shock me. I'm like, okay, whatever. But then that rocked
it was
me
weird.
to my core. That made me come up with the pancreas. That's how much it rocked my core.
Is that where it came? Is that where the pancreas fetish came from?
Well, because the thought came that, okay, they're doing this, so they'll have to do a pancreas,
I just realized, because I'm on this guy's staff page as well, the director, Tomoki Kobayashi, and the first comment is just awful. Just someone just put awful. Oh, they're swinging. They're shooting from the hip, those guys are. But yeah. It's a comedy. It's a different take on something I wouldn't normally watch, but it's not something you see in anime really, like the sort of The View / Sex and the City style kind of thing. So I hope it's nice, lighthearted, and refreshing comedy for the winter. But that is
the bright colors in the PV don't give me good vibes. I don't know.
The bright colors in the anime don't give you vibes?
Oh, there's a certain color in the PV that I don't really like, but it's very much a nitpick that means nothing.
So that feels very subjective.
Yeah.
It's all very pastel. So
I know, there's a certain brightness that makes me go,
You usually see that in, comedic things.
It's, slice of life and comedy. But yeah, so that is, for us, our picks. So we're going to go through the rest of the season.
Yeah, so they're making another, so as I said, there's the trend of, pushing the boundaries for what you can show in a series. We had the one about Coryn, we had the trap one, we had...
You gotta stop saying that was about me. I don't even know what it's even about.
Yeah, so there are a lot of shows like this now, and now there's one about 25, whatever the shit, I don't know this one translation. It's there's the girl who's going to high school, but she's 25, and the teacher's 25. So they're hey, looks like we share numbers. Let's share more.
I feel like it's a bit deeper than that.
That was a bit smooth. Okay, in defense, to play devil's advocate for this one, this is 25 Sino Jyoshikousei? Sure.
Yes.
With this one, in its defense, at least both of the characters are 25. I know it's an excuse to just go,
some of the
hey,
other
it's
series...
a schoolgirl and a teacher.
Yeah, but
and
in the other series, they're the same age. Well, not the recent one, but the other ones.
No, not
the real recent rape.
Yeah, not teacher rape. No, not student rape teacher one.
Well, that's not exactly what the story is.
No, but it's real rapey.
That's what the vibes give you, but that's not what the story is.
Yeah, PV from this one, because if you go off the synopsis of this one, it's she's a good-natured teacher. She's filling in for a cousin, pretending she's 16 years old student. She gets found out because the teacher went to school with her and knows exactly who she is. So then he uses that to... it doesn't say in the PV, but in the synopsis, sorry, but
I'm going to reveal your secret unless you reveal your secret.
It's kind of I'm going to use this to blackmail you in some degree. All these
series have those same elements in them where there's something that's a little bit of business going on. It's not just hey, we like each other, let's go. It's a little more.
A little bit of squishy going on.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's just they keep making.
Speaking of age gaps and stuff like that, there's also one coming up that's by which studio, which I was interested in, but it's Koi wa Ameagari no Yu ni, apparently, or it's something like Love is just like after the rain. And I think it roughly translates to, I can't remember. I saw it on somewhere.
Wait.
But essentially, this one is a girl, high school student, used to be part of the track team, injures her leg, so she can't be part of it anymore. While she's sad and recovering, trying to figure out what she wants to do, she goes to work in a restaurant part-time. She then starts to fall in love with the 45-year-old manager.
No.
She doesn't know why, but she does. She decides to confess to him, but what will his reaction be? If it ain't, I don't want none. Then, but I think it's probably not going to be no thanks, bitch. You ain't old enough, or you ain't my type. Because let's be honest, he's 45. For fuck's sake, he's probably got kids their age. In fact, I think he does. I think it actually says in the PV he does.
Spicy.
Oh no, he has a young son. It doesn't say, but yeah, it's done by Witch Studio. It looks decent. Like, I like the visuals. Obviously, it's got a decent art style. It's come from a manga. Maybe they'll handle it like that. Would be interesting, sort of she finally gets the courage to confess to him, and then he's just like, no thanks, sorry, I can't. And then she's dealt a double blow. She can't be on the track team. She's lost the love of her life.
It's an anime, though.
I know it's not going to be that. I know, but we can say this. We can speculate. That'd be cool. And then he's like, oh well, you know what? Because I broke your heart, I'll help you. Here's a special training regime I know that'll help you and get faster. And then he'd be a little coach. I don't know. I'm just pulling ideas out my arsehole right now.
I mean, looking just from like the style of it, it doesn't seem
seedy,
but you never know.
That's the thing. I'm sort of like, it might be sweet. Because Witch Studio doesn't do any, Witch Studio hasn't really done any of these seedy ones, so that's the other thing.
I mean, to find the next season.
Forward too, right? We remember a couple seasons back, and there was the show where it's like a father with a young daughter and a high school students teaching him how to cook. Yeah, and that turned out to be very above board.
Oh, that was. Turned out. I love that one. I like Sweetness and Lightning. I think it was called that. I'm saying I love it, and I can't remember.
That was like the name.
But yeah, so who knows?
Who does know? All I do know is that, oh my god, there's another series about someone who loves ramen. Yeah, that's good. There's also a show where moe girls visit the South Pole.
Yeah,
yes, by Studio Madhouse.
So you thought Vacant. You thought your people could plop it down there? Nah. Moe girls are colonizing the South Pole.
Do you think you could plop it down there? No, yeah, it looks ridiculously well animated for what I thought it was going to be. Reading the synopsis. I know it's just a PV, but, it looked better than I thought it was going to.
Wait, I'm confused. The South Pole's different than Antarctica.
Pole's in Antarctica, but Antarctica is not itself the South Pole.
Okay, hold on. Wait, Antarctica. Nobody.
Yeah, Antarctica.
What are you talking about?
Nobody has claimed Antarctica.
Nobody's allowed to.
Can't. It's neutral.
But the South Pole is in Antarctica?
Yes.
Moe girls are taking it over.
The pole is a point on the map.
It's like how you can't just go and say Winnipeg now belongs to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try when we go over.
Oh, you don't want that place. You're gonna want to just run away as soon as you hear about it.
Nobody wants Winnipeg.
Nah.
Nobody likes Winnipeg.
Yeah. The South Pole is a point on the planet, and it just happens to be above Antarctica at this point.
Gotcha. Okay, I just got confused. Okay, never mind. Forgive me. Every joke I make, I'm not even gonna try to make jokes anymore. I'm not even trying anyway. But
Okay.
All right. Do we want to talk about Lego's favorite anime of this season? He hasn't told us this, but we're all assuming it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Killing Bites.
Take a guess.
Girls who had animal features.
Yep. And there's a cat girl.
There's a cat girl, and there's a honey badger girl, and there's a bunny girl, and they all wear underwear and are kill people, I guess. It's a very bloody looking show for ostensibly being about sexy animal girls.
Yeah, I mean it's seinen, horror, and ecchi. So I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They don't always look like that. They look normal and then they transform. And there's also just a giant lion dude she fights at some point in the PV. It's very strange, but I have a feeling Lego's gonna be all over this one.
Just a hunch that he might be. It looks weird.
Just a hunch.
It seems strange. I don't know. I'm sure that Lego will love it. Lego, you're welcome for us bringing it to your attention. Who am I kidding? He would have known about it already, I'm sure.
He's got posters on his wall. I'm just pissed. Killing Bites is actually a really interesting title for something, but I don't know if it's necessarily this show.
Maybe. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait for Lego's review. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's his review. I'm assuming right now.
The steam clouds are coming out of his nostrils as we speak.
Yeah, there's Killing Bite to look forward to. One I looked at also is Toji no Miko. It's a generic anime show. Hey, here's a girls' academy for special fighters with swords to fight these monsters. Here you go. And, and just look kind of generic, so whatever. Might be fun, but...
We're sure they're all girls?
Apparently so. It's a female academy.
Okay, because last time I thought it was a group of girls fighting monsters with swords. It happened to be all dudes. Very confusing. The second season of that one's actually coming out this season, or what was it called? Token Ranbu.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not all girls, is it?
Token Ranbu. Not all girls.
No girls.
Oh, yeah, right. There is Hanamaru too. Okay.
Yep.
Card Captor Sakura's, there's a new series of that coming out.
Look at this show called Slow Start. It looks like a really good show of high school girl slice of life that it doesn't look boring at all.
Doesn't look boring at all. It did just a little bit. Just a touch.
Not at all.
Wait until it becomes everyone's favorite. You never know.
Because we need a boy transported into another world anime.
No, we don't. We don't even need to talk about it.
Okay, I won't talk about Death March then.
He's transferred into another world. He becomes super powerful. Now he's got to make it up. Also, he's 29, but he becomes a 15-year-old.
So it's okay.
No, it's not. It's all bad. It's all bad.
New season of Gintama idol show coming out called Idolish 7. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, again, idol shows that aren't Love Live, you can't trust them.
Also, we have Märchen Mädchen, which I read the synopsis of, and it's kind of interesting. Could be nice and a nice little fluff and filler show. So it's basically a girl buries herself in books because her family life isn't too great. She accidentally gets transported into another world where she goes to a magic school, and these girls are chosen by books to like fairy tales, and she's apparently chosen by the book as Cinderella to be Cinderella, given her home situation or something. So it's like school life, but with fairy tale girls, essentially.
Sure. Yay!
It could be a fun little thing. You've also got coming up Overlord 2. If anyone watched Overlord,
they're doing a 4-part special for Real Life, which I guess is like the conclusion in March. Which I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not ahead enough in the manga to make a full second season, but Real Life was awesome, so this should be awesome also. That'd
be cool. Also, just for you, Manimal, as well, there is, because I know how much you like cycling animes.
Something I don't like.
There is Yowamushi Pedal, Glory Line.
Yeah, but some might argue that's actually a good series, where the ones that I've talked about are not.
These are all buff men instead of little moe girls. So.
Not to diss Long Riders, clearly the best show of all time, but...
Oh, these guys got some meaty legs and some weird-ass posture. That's weird. Okay, there's one guy who's like, his torso is like twice the size of everyone else's.
It's a weirdly designed show. Lots of sweat, lots of tongues.
It's a sports anime. It's like it's like if it's sports anime meets One Piece art, basically.
Yeah, that's a really good.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck you talking about, bitch.
But, who?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well, unless anyone else has anything else to add to this season.
Let's look at the movies.
Japan in a dish pan.
Do you want to look at the movies? See what movies there are?
I looked at the movies. There's nothing great.
Okay.
There appears to be a Code Geass something, but I have no idea. There's no synopsis. Tells me nothing. Looks like there's a Attack on Titan recap kind of movie.
Yeah, the Code Geass one is literally just there's going to be 3 films, just like the recaps. It's just a condensed recap of the series, the first 2 seasons. Same with the Attack on Titan ones. They're just a recap of the season. There's a Full Metal Panic movie coming out. And it's also a 3-part director's cut version of the first Full Metal Panic television anime series.
Yeah, that is...
Yeah. So
Full Metal Panic's actually happening in spring. Well, I'm not going to jinx it because it might not happen, but...
Full Metal Panic's definitely coming out in the spring. 100%.
Again, how can...
Absolutely.
Don't jinx it, but I can't even really think about this next season because who gives a shit when freaking that's happening, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm just seeing if there's any... Oh, okay. There's a OVA for Attack on Titan coming out. It's going to focus in... it's going to tell the times and spaces in between the plot points for the eyes and ears of the saga's toughest but more taciturn heroines. So you'll get something with Annie, and you'll get something with Waimia and Mikasa. So that's a little extra.
Fill in space, mostly. I mean, at least we know more of Attack on Titan's coming, so... But, yeah. There's nothing past the actual animes that really get me going this time around.
No. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Not much going on, unless you want to see a Hajime no Gal OVA.
I definitely fucking don't.
And it just cracked.
I think I'd rather crack my own back than watch that. I agree, Manimal. Okay, thoughts overall with the winter season then, guys? Manimal?
It could not suck. I mean, there are some shows here that could be like, you look at them and you're like, wow, that looks like shit. And then you're like, oh, wait, that's not shit. I mean, we got Citrus, so that's enough for me. Dagashi Kashi 2 is like, it's there, so whatever. And we got freaking Trigger and Kyoto Animation firing in. So we'll see how it goes.
I believe you said something about being more optimistic than last time, and I don't know if that's really coming across.
Yeah, well, last time, no, this is more optimistic than last time.
This is more optimistic Manimal, or at least more enthusiastic Manimal, because last time after about half an hour in, he just lost steam and went, "No, I don't fucking know." Knows it. Okay, thanks for telling all the listeners about that show.
And then we might get an ecchi that could be okay. So it'll be a season which 2016, like, you're not beating that year. 2017 didn't come close. This year, well, Full Metal Panic, but this season will not. It'll be whatever, or it won't be whatever. Prove me wrong, season.
But yeah, Coryn, your thoughts on it overall?
I mean, I'm excited. I'm always good to see some Trigger stuff, and I think branching out a little time might be rewarded. Might get burnt, but who knows? It's virgin territory.
Virgin territory. Yeah, I've got some. There's no real major heavy hitters for me, but there's some shows that I think will tide me over.
No, that babysitter show. You've been waiting. You talk all the time about how you needed an anime about babysitting, and now it's happening.
I just couldn't stop talking about it. It just leaked from every pore of my being. But that a couple of action shows that we got, a couple of comedies, and then obviously Junji Ito stuff as well should be cool. So we'll see. Hopefully the Trigger one will be really, really good. But who knows? Well, if you want to know, then watch the shit in January and then come listen to our show, and we'll give you our first impressions right there and then.
Yeah, watch that shit.
But that is all we have to say about the winter season preview. Sorry there's no news or fall season recap or any other topic or subject, but this is what we need to do. You know it. It's time, it's when we do it, first week of the month, so fuck you if you weren't happy with that, personally.
Yeah. In your face.
In your dick hole. Or
wow, I'm not taking it that far, but all right.
Vaginal cavity.
Let's not get into genitals.
Let's not get into genitals.
No,
ideally,
no,
as a species. No,
not getting into genitals. It's too late for this shit.
Okay. Any parting shots from you guys before we head on out?
I have to take one to the top of the ear.
Spicy. Well, that's it then. Join us next week, guys, when we'll be talking about maybe doing a writing episode. We won't talk about doing an episode. We're going to discuss an episode on the next episode.
We will explain it to you in language.
Yeah.
How we will do the episode. We won't actually do the episode. We're just going to describe how we do the episode.
And then Manimal will say some stuff and play a guitar. And then Lego will say,
So now we got, in celebration of the Sauna Land, we have the Barry Goldman song, Hu Vaioloa. This is the part where it starts fading in.
I know.
Listen to it fade in.
Oh, it's fading in. Oh, don't you just hate Finland? Oh, I hate it. Oh, what a shit country. Can you name 10 things from Finland? I can't.
What do you mean, 10 things?
Like anything that Finland's known for? I don't know.
Being the second best country in the world?
Not true.
What's this metric? How is it?
Who measures that?
Me. Because I don't give a shit about anything else.
Yeah, exactly. You're biased.
Yeah, I don't care.
Skewed the stats.
That's reliable.
I'm reliable to myself.
It doesn't count, doesn't matter.
It matters to me.
That's something someone with autism would say. What?
Still I wanna sing.
It's okay, I'm on the spectrum, I know.
And I wanna bring a little of you to me. Swell me. Voi meillä kun kansasi, lumissa taamasan. Voi meillä kun kansasi, la 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 la. Itse mususi päivää, imetsukan ystävät. Itse mususi päivää, hyvä joulua. Hyvä joulua. Hyvä joulua. A Swami 100, ready the pancakes. Gonna break out a pair of skates. Canada 150 earlier this year. 2 cold lands, share a beer. How did I even get here? Why do I even care? Cling and cling to shreds of air. Still I wanna sing, and I wanna bring a little of you to me. Swami. Voi kun kansasi, lumissa taamasan. Voi kun kansasi, la 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 la. Itse mususi päivää, imetsukan ystävät. Itse mususi päivää. Now both of us were still alive, with our superpowered neighbors, how to survive. The proud maiden made her stand, so everyone, let's hear it for Finland. Get too hot, go jump in the lake.